Everybody, welcome. Welcome on in. It is Vintage Wednesday. So, I'm still sick and I'm not going to show you me because that's just not going to be fun. I'm going to save you. I'm going to save us all. How about that? So, today we're over in the Facebook group, the Crafty Bunch. And so we're having Vintage Wednesday. And so Heidi from Joyful Artistry by Heidi is our hostess today. So we are going to do some little cluster type embellishments, you guys. Oh my goodness. There might not be any telling what comes out of my mouth. I'm not sure my brain is working right. But we will move forward and have fun, right? Oh my. Okay, so this bowl I put, I had some broken jewelry pieces, a couple of little bags, and I put it in here so we could see. And I started to put it in a white dish that I had just like a big soup bowl thing. And I thought, oh, I don't want to put that in there because I've had so much trouble with the white things blowing out the camera. So I thought, okay, let's not do that. You guys, look at my little thread things over here, just flowing around there. So let me show you what those came off of. I did a really fun thing. Hang on a second. I want to do something else here. Okay, thanks for being patient, you guys. So I've got some little strips that I have ripped off of this piece here. And I just tore them. I tore them in a couple of sizes. This is probably about an inch wide, maybe a little bit wider. And I made another one that's a bigger size, and I left the little lace edging on here. I'm not sure if I really want to leave that like that, but that'll give us something to work on. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take these. It's going to be kind of like a snippet strip, but the thing I like about this is when you make these and you put them down. You can't see it. Yeah, no, nobody can see me. I'm not for seeing today, Liz. Not for seeing. So when you put your little clusters in these little areas, then you can, just rip them apart. You can just rip these things and you've got little segments to use. So, and that way, that makes it easy. Or, if you don't want to rip them, you can cut them. But I like that because then you can just go in and use what you have. Some of the more traditional snippet rolls, a lot of times you can just keep rolling and rolling, and then you can just snip section or, snip it off from the end and take a section, take another section, and leave it on the roll. But I don't really, I always see something on my roll that I want later that was not, there, and it's like, okay, that's not handy. But let me show you this piece, because if you find pieces like this that are damaged. Now, I bought this piece from someone, and it may have had really awful pieces that she snipped out before she even threw it in the washer, would be my guess. Because she did say that it had been washed. But you guys, don't, shy away from pieces like this, even when they're damaged, because I can't tell you how many things I have torn off of this, and how much use I have already gotten out of it. And I have found so many ways to use it. I've had several little pieces, like this. This was a nice little lace, and the lace is easy to just rip off by itself. So, there's, you've got all these ways to use it. I mean, it looks pretty like this to where you could use it. And you could even do some clusters and make them really big. And then, use that for some type of an embellishment. But when you've got some things ready like that, then it is kind of a fun way to, to be able to, have some things ready and use them. So, hi, Liz and Gina and Phyllis is here. Jeanette. Hi, Karen. She's over on YouTube. And Daryl. Lori's here. Lisa Kid. Amy, Estella, Diane, Kim, Michelle. You guys, thanks for popping in with me today. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to use this piece. I did decide to go ahead and just leave. Although, it doesn't lay as flat. Maybe I should just rip that lace off because we could always use the lace in other things. I think I'm going to. I'd still have another piece if we want to. So usually the easy way to do it is just to snip it and get it started. And I have found that this particular lace, let me hold it up here. If I just snip right here at the edge of the fabric, it just rips right off. And then, don't you love that sound? Oh, well, that piece didn't rip all the way off. See, and sometimes, you know, the fabrics or the laces they're old and they're not in the best of shape. But I think this will also make our little strip lay down flatter. So we're just going to play, you guys. So I got to get my glue going. But, you know, you can just lay your things out and audition things, so you can use little pieces of lace or, let's see what else we've got over here. Oh, an avalanche. A craft-a-lanche. Okay, I've got a little tub sitting here. And I put some goodies in. Oh, here's some. You know, and sometimes it's just fun to just work with some of the first pieces that you see, right? So let's just pull a little. Now I like this because if we rip a little piece of this off, we've also got a little bit of like loose thread here. Now that's not going to come off. I'm going to have to use my scissors with that. So I'll just snap that. But you know, it's loose enough that it's going to be pretty on its own. Let's see. I think I'm going to have to snip this out, you guys, because so, you know, I'm just going to be kind of do a random snip through here. Like that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to pull this part off. I'm just going to snip it. I'll leave some of that raggy stuff on the edge. But this way, I can even layer it onto here. Okay, so I gotta get some glue out. Let's get some glue. Oh, I might have to open a new one. So I just start, you know, picking some little pieces and gluing them down. And so when you're using mostly textiles, something like Fabri-Tac or the 3-in-1, those are good things to use. I hope that didn't look better on the other side. And then just kind of, you know, make your little, just do your little random bits, and you just kind of build it as you go. And that's, for me, I kind of have fun doing that because I don't know how it's going to turn out. And that's okay for me. That's kind of the way I work anyway. How about you guys? How many of you really feel like you have to plan how it's going to turn out to have fun in your creative process? Do you like to just kind of do it as you go, or you know, do you like to have more of a plan? I guess the plan I have is usually what kind of materials I'm going to be using, right? Kind of the plan of the materials and the and what it's going to be. You know, I guess that's basically all I'm doing. You know, that's it. And the rest is just going to happen as it happens. Oh, thanks, Diane. Yes, I have been feeling better every day. Thank you. And actually, I took some medicine last night, hoping it would just knock me out. I took some Benadryl. I don't usually take Benadryl very often. You know, the thing about it is sometimes it's best for all that stuff to be loose, right? And come out. And so last night I thought, oh, I think I'm to that part where that's the stuff making me cough. And so I felt better. I didn't really have any chest congestion anymore. And so that I thought, oh, this, you know, this is going along better. And so, yes, thankfully, day by day. Okay, let me get something down here that fell off. I had some ribbon that fell off. And so you can, you know, if you don't have a lot of color, you know, and sometimes your color can come from seam bindings, it can come from ribbon, it can come from little bits of fabric, or maybe you're using a piece that has a little bit of embroidery with it. You know, that's always fun. There's so many things to use. Michelle says she's a fly by the seat of your pants. And Ruth says she doesn't plan. Diane says she does a little bit of both. Yeah, I think, that's probably how we are really, right? We probably do a little bit of both. Okay, so let's pick something kind of fun to go on here and then pick what we're going to put. This is really cute, you guys. Look, this is a little bitty, if I get too close, you can't see. It's like 3 little angels, and it's just a little pin. And I think that could be kind of cute layered on here, like that. And let's see what else we've got for maybe some ribbons or something. Maybe something a little bit lighter. Or maybe this other lace that we ripped off. Maybe just a tad of that. No, I think with the back here, I don't want any more of that right now. I don't know. Oh, with that pin. Oh, and I forgot to grab my little snips in case I need to trim some of these off. I don't know. I think that needs a different thing, like a different kind of fiber. What about this with that? I don't know. Oh, and then this is the thing. Then I sit around and I try, this and that, and I do all kinds of crazy stuff, and it's like, well, I don't know if I like that. Let me try 10 more things. So, who knows how much we'll get done today, you guys. Who knows? But this might be kind of fun, a little something different. But I don't know how to lay it in there. That's the question. I don't know. What if we did something to where it kind of could loop-de-loo? Oh, actually, that's kind of cute like that. Okay, let's do that. Let's make it a little loop on purpose and then fling it out there. Then it kind of looks like it's got little angel wings. I must open the important fabric scissors because I know the other things are not going to work that great. We'll be sitting here trying to saw them off. Saw off a piece of fabric. Don't judge. You guys, I could hardly find one pair of my fabric scissors, and one day I was doing something and then I found that, and there were pinking shears and the others in there. I'm like, I don't even know if I know where these came from. Who knows? Who knows, you guys? So I'm just going to do that. Make this little loop-de-loo. Oh, I'm going to have to use glue or I'm not going to be getting any loopy or dewy. Ugh. Okay. All right. That should be enough to get us something to stick, right? Now. Twist that up there. Okay. Ooh, if we can get it like that and kind of give it some more movement, that'd be super. I actually like it to kind of twist and turn, and the more movement it has, I think the more fun it looks. Okay. Do you guys have a lot of little old scraps that you could do something like this with? Now, see, because this has, I don't know, is that enough? I mean, should we just do that and call it done? Oh, you guys, I should move you down. Let me see if I can move in a little bit closer. That's really hard to see. There. Do you think that's enough and just call it done? It's just something simple. It would be enough to put on something. What do you think? Yes? Yes, done? We'll just do that. Now, because it's got some stuff under here and a little bit of, depth, I don't think I need to cut any of that off. And I'm just going to, I think the best thing to do is to probably just try to put the glue like here around, you know, some of this edge that I know will catch. And that pin. If I put it on that, that should catch. Maybe. Okay. I'm just going to be a gluey mess. There. Okay. I'm happy with that. You know, you just play and have fun. Okay. Yes, everybody says yes. Okay. There we go. There's one little doodad to use. That's cute. I like that. I had forgotten that thing was in there until I dumped all this stuff out. And I thought that's kind of fun. Okay, let's do something else. Let's make another one. I have a piece of... Oh, and here... Hang on while I dig. I'm going to dig in here. So many things, but the thing I'm looking for... Okay, hang on one second. I have all this stuff laying here. What was I... Oh, there it is. I set it out so it'd be handy. So here's some other things that you can do. Now, you know, here's these appliques. And you can take an applique. Now, this was a, you know, this is a newish applique. And not newish, it is new. And you can take these and snip them apart and have these pieces and use them. So, and you know, they are on this other piece of sheer fabric. So once you snip them apart, oh, you can't see. Once you snip them apart, they're still on there. Let me see, since I moved. I need to move my... There. Oh, that'll be better. I should have done that first. Okay, so we've got a little snippet here. We could make a big one. Maybe I'll snip some snippies off here, little flowers, in case we want to use those. Man, it's hard to, you know, when you're used to fussy cutting with little tiny scissors, you get out big honking fabric scissors, and they're kind of, that's not so easy. I actually do think I have one pair of scissors that works pretty good for both. Why? I don't know. And then I'm just going to take a little piece of this and snip that off. And maybe that's what I'll start with for the base of this one. And then this is what I do. I just move them over. I just move them so that there might be enough room that, you know, I can look at it and go, okay, this is kind of halfway in between. And that could be where I can rip it if I want to. Oh, now I like this little part here. I might not want to hide that. Now I'm just going to, you know, I'm just going to go ahead and tack this down. You know, the glue part sometimes to me is like the most difficult. It's like trying to get this stuff out and not get too much. And it's like, well, I guess if that seems like the hardest part, I guess that's okay. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to put that there. And I'll pull this one over a little bit more. I'm trying to put the glue in some places that have a little bit more, where it's, what am I trying to say? Where it's a little bit, there's more, is it stitching? Is that what we would call that? Yeah, kind of, I guess. But I try to, you know, find a place where there's more of it, so it's got a place to stick. Now this is going to be hard doing that. I should have brought some toothpicks or something. You like the pink ribbon. Oh, thanks, Kathy. Hi, Nicole. How are you? So, now this is kind of wandered over a little farther, and I don't have as much room here. let's tuck this in a little bit under here. Okay. All right, so we've got that there. And maybe we'll find, oh, I don't know. And you know, sometimes I made one and I used it in Jen's journal, and it was the funkiest earring, and it made the coolest little embellishment thing. Well, this is kind of cool. You guys, let me grab my little snippy things. I'll need some other stuff, but I know I'm going to have to grab my snips in the end anyway. So let me just grab them. Oh my gosh, I thought they were missing. I thought they were missing. I was not going to be happy. Or what's this one? Oh, that's cool. Oh, that would look really cool with that. Let's get some more something on the back, though. We need something more substantial. Let's find... Oh, yeah. And this was from that top that I've been working on forever, tearing apart. Little bits and pieces. Because I love this this netting on here. And sometimes, you know, it just takes a little tiny piece to reach in here and wad up somewhere. And then it's got all this other goodness as well. See, look, I could take some of that, this little piece I'm cutting against right now. Look how fun that would be. Maybe we'll take some of that and lay down next. Let me rip this up a little bit or wad it, something, do something with it, right? I just want the netting. What time is it? Oh my gosh. Okay. How many of you like to make little clusters to have on hand? Do you do that very often? I haven't done it very often, but I do like having them ready. That has been kind of fun. That gives us something a little bit more substantial. And I still think I need something darker under there. Let me think. What do we have that might be a little bit darker? Oh, what about this one? Just a little piece. I don't know. That kind of detracts from this part. Maybe just some, I got some other ribbons. I got some ribbons that are kind of sheer too. And those are kind of fun because they just add a little something without detracting too much. Oh, I kind of like that. Let's snip a little bit of this off and wad it up under there. Or I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll cut it like this and kind of make it sort of like part of a bow. How about that? Hey, Stephanie, how are you? So if I take it like this and kind of pinch it, I need like a clip. So pinch it up like that. I'm okay, Stephanie. How are you doing? Now we just want a little bit of... Oh my goodness, I might have to get that other glue bottle open or we're going to be spending so much time messing with the glue, you guys. And sometimes I think it's just as easy to kind of get it in place. Oh, look at that. Look at that, would you? Okay. So we'll get that down there. I think that's going to stick. Okay. Maybe put another little bit under here. It's going to hide it all together. I think I want it to bend a little bit there. So I'm just going to put a little bit there. Okay, now, you guys, I'm going to be so glued up. I don't want that standing up. I need to take this doodad off. And see if I can snip it off here. Can't you just imagine somebody wearing these? 2 of them, wouldn't that be fabulous? Okay, now we're just gonna put a glob on here. And sometimes you don't have to put, you know, too many things on one of these to make it just kind of interesting. Oh, what happened to this? This never even made it onto that. Well, I can't get it in there now. I don't think. I could lift the little earring off, but I don't know that it needs it. Let me see. It does make it a little bit more interesting. I'll go ahead and put it on there. But man, I need lots more glue under here. Okay. Carol, it's almost afternoon, huh? Okay. All right. So I think that's enough for that one. Although, maybe if we had a little, I don't know. I'm going to call this done on this one. What do you think? Should we be done on this one too? Start a different one. You know, the thing about it is when you've got some of these, you know, you have to remember you're going to probably be putting it onto something else. And so if you're going to be putting it onto something else, then, you know, you might still be adding something like maybe near it. You might be able to tuck it in because, you know, you could still tuck stuff in under some of these edges if you wanted to. If it was going to do, if you were going to make it to where it worked, you know, with some other project that you were doing. But I think it's just kind of fun to, you know, work on these like that. Okay. Phew. Two down. So let's see. Let's do another one. Let me see. Maybe we will use... Oh, now this is an interesting piece. Some of these... Now I don't want this... This part has got... Well, I guess I could just take it from this side. Let me see. Now, isn't that funny how you can just take these little snips and, you know, things that don't look like they could ever belong together in a million years and just kind of layer them together, and they just to me become interesting. I guess that's what I would say about them. It just makes it interesting looking. Well, I don't know about that. That's a weird shape now. Can we put it around some? And I don't care if it's... I mean, and the shape sometimes is what makes it partially interesting. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and open some new glue. Oh, yeah. Pretty on a messy bow. That would be a good idea. You guys, one day I opened... No, I think I got this out not long ago, and I thought, oh, yeah, there's plenty of glue on this. And I started to try and use it. And, you know, I can't get a bit of glue out. And then I look at the bottle, and I'm like, well, yeah, because it's got a cap on it. Or the seal. The seal is still on it. So obviously it's not ever been used. Well, okay. I'm working on it. No, it doesn't take much to make them. A baby hair bow, or yeah, that could be cute. You'd have to be careful though what you were putting on those, because some of these kinds of things, you know, they're old. They've got stuff that could be loose at any moment. Like I did something a few minutes ago, and I thought something on there had come off. So you have to be careful with those things. And then I gotta cut a snippet of this off, don't I? Cut a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful. I'm going to have glue that comes right out. Look at that. Oh, is there anything better than having your Fabri-Tac just race right out of there? Liquidy and good. I should have gotten out like a skewer or something instead of trying to do this. I'm going to have glue all over. I got to take care of. Hey, Nicole. Yeah, I am. Thanks. I still don't sound that great, but yeah, I'm feeling better. I actually got some decent sleep last night, so you know, always when you can finally get some good sleep, you think, oh, I must be on the mend. Thank you for asking. Let's put this along here, and this is one of those appliques. Ooh, I like that. Oh, Carol, that is so cool. Now, this was from 2 little bags that I got from our friend at, Kathy at Country something. I can't think. My brain is sick. And I got those, and I thought, you know what? I don't have anything like that, and I don't know. Now this could be kind of cool because we've got this shape going here, but maybe we just want to use some kind of more like a button thing on it. And I've got buttons here too. We don't have to just be stuck with only that. Where is my thing of buttons? Well, there's those, but those are not the ones I had sitting out here. Oh, there they are. Let's just pour some of these out here. Yep, a little dab of this and a little dab of that. They're cute for pictures. Stephanie, that would be true. Do something like that and just use them for pictures. Yeah. Then you don't have to worry about what's going on, right? Some of these are so funky. Let's see. Be something dark and maybe put a little bit of brighter colored ribbon or seam binding. Gosh, I couldn't even think. Let me see. This could be kind of fun. I like making the colors, like, so you've got kind of a cool mix and kind of a surprise. Some of these are kind of, although that just seems like that's more than I want to mess with at the moment. How about that? Let's see if we've got any fun buttons. Oh, there's different ones in here that are more fun. That's weird. I tell you, buttons, you can find the most interesting thing in buttons. Oh, now that's kind of pretty like that. And I wonder if I could find something like that so it's a little bit bigger. This one just doesn't really seem to fit the fit the mood. And something like this. See that? Now you could take something large and then put something fun inside, like a tiny little button inside, like that. That's kind of cool looking, and that would be fun. I actually kind of like that. It's very different. I like it when they look different. And here's one of the things you can do too. You can actually trim these off a tiny bit to set inside. Now there's no ribbon or anything on here, but like I said, sometimes, you know, you might end up adding other stuff. This is kind of interesting because it kind of has like a wood grain look to it. It's certainly not. I mean, it's not wood at all. But I'm going to take the back of this, and these are not the ones I would prefer to use, but I'm going to. You can take these and, well, I said that, but now I don't know if it's going to work. It should work. Let me try this one. I just want to snip that off. There. So we just took that tiny piece of the shank off, and so it's now more flat. So the glue will work better on it. So I'm just going to kind of put a little glue around it. I hope it doesn't start seeping out. And I don't know if it's going to be small enough to like fall all the way in there or not. Oh, it did. But now I got glue on it. It did go in there. Well, now my finger is sticky and there's glue on the top. Okay, there. I think I got it. I'll just put a big old dollop of glue on here. And then I'm just going to call that one done. So, you know, you've got all these little loose threads and stuff. So, I mean, you know, you really don't have to have that many layers of, you know, what you're working on. Hey, Dana, how are you? Hey, Linda. Okay. All right, so we've got those. Let's see, what else shall we use on the bottom? Let me see. Sometimes you can just use the smallest amounts of things and just kind of layer them up. I'll use a little bit more of this darker one. This one I think I'll just try to use some little snippets here and there. This one, you know, I'm kind of thinking this little piece came from my Peddler's Alley in a mystery box. You guys, some of this stuff is so not anything that I would normally, you know, have on hand, and yet I've saved the bits and pieces and, you know, kind of kept adding to my stash of this kind of crazy stuff. And little by little, I'm starting to, you know, have a nice little collection that I can pull stuff out of and use. And I know last year at our little meetup retreat, I know Linda had gifted us all a little box of snippets. And I can remember thinking, oh, I finally have a little bunch of snippets. Okay, so this is, okay, it's starting to look, it's kind of messy, but let's just keep adding and see where it goes. You never know. Let's cut in here a little bit deeper and get, well, it's all going to be, it looks like it's all but going to be the same after you get so far. I'm just going to get a little piece and wad it up under there. Ah! Obviously the glue, or those things just all snagged on each other is what happened. Okay. But I came away with my snippet. I still have it in hand. Or not a snippet. I don't even know what I would call that. Scraps. How about that? That's more like the word I'm looking for, right? Just a plain old scrap. Let's do that. Let's just tuck that in there. You guys, I think part of the time today when I've been saying snippets, I meant scraps. I'm telling you, I was trying to think. I had to come in here and do something at the computer the other day, and I sat down here and, oh my word, I could not hardly think straight. And I just thought, man, you know, when you really take being well for granted. And then when you're not, you just don't realize how it affects so much. Look at this little flower. I'm going to put that little flower there, I think. And do we have a little pretty button? Or let's go back to our broken jewels. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know what that is. I don't like it with that, but interesting. Oh, there's a lot going on there. It was kind of fun. What about a little bracelet? It's just a circle. Look at this. Look at the back of this. Oh, this has got something caught with it. But look at the back of this. That's cool. And I would have never guessed that's what the, you know, what was under here. I like that part best. Of course I would. Oh my gosh, I can, oh there, oh you guys, treasure. I've got a pair of them. You'll be expecting me to wear those next time you see me, won't you? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I can remember when people were wearing things like that. Those are fun. Not for this one though. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Look at this. When I get too close, you really can't see it all. It's like a man and a woman, and they are out in the, looks like she's on a bench. They're out like in the park or something. How funny. That's a little, I don't know when I'd ever use that. Of course, that's why we're making all of these, right? We don't know when we would use them. I think I might go back to the that really has some cool tones to work with our whole thing here. Let me see about just putting a little bit of some kind of ribbon under that. But I would want my little piece of sheer off-white. Let me see if that could work. Oh, you guys, you would wear them. I Pam. Maybe I will. I'll wear them one day. How about that? Then we can all laugh about where we found them, right? Found them in the box of craziness. That's just going to cover up so much that we did. I guess I could do it smaller. You know what though? By the time, when I take, well, if I take this part off, which I'll have to, let me just take it off now. Of course, you know, having one earring in all these things, you know, that would be great for one earring wear, right? People do that these days. People do it. I don't know. I feel like I want something under that, but I don't want too much. I don't think this is it. I don't like that. And maybe I don't even like that. I don't know. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do like it. It's just kind of fun and funky. Oh, what if I do that and then put a tiny little button in there in the middle? Well, it's going to be smaller than that. I've got some little buttons over here. Let me see. I've got some white ones. Let's see if there's any bitty ones. Oh, I don't know if they're any smaller than that. Whoop, there it went. I think that little button I had right there was a little shell button, because as I started to pick it up here, I think it was very thin. So it must have been a little shell. Oh, I think I see one. Oh my goodness. What are the chances of me being able to pick out the button I see that I want in this whole package? I'm going to go for it. I feel like I'm in a game. I got the one. Now, will it work? And why I felt I needed a button there, I don't know. It does. It is smaller, and it does fit there. I'm going to use it. Don't ask me why. Hey, did we get bumped back out? Or did I never go all the way in there close enough? I don't know. Okay. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to put the little button in there with it. But, oh, I know. Let's do this too. Oh, I don't know if what do we have that's small enough that would go in there? It'll have to be like a thread. A real thread. Well, here was some that came off of something. Let me try and thread it in there and tie it in a bow. Why not, right? And then it will make that little loop look like it was supposed to be there. What time is it? Oh my goodness, we still have plenty of time. Okay, so we got that there. These little threads, I'm afraid that's gonna rip. I guess I should probably tie a knot, but it's twisted around so many times I don't even know if this will be really a knot, but it'll be closer than it was, right? Okay, and then try and tie a tiny bow. You know, at this point it might have been easier to tie a bow if I got the thing glued down first. I don't know. This is the kind of stuff that makes you find out if you still have any dexterity, right? Okay. There's a tiniest little bow. I don't know that it adds anything to our little composition, so to speak, but I'm going to cut those off, but a little something. A little something. And then it gives that little hook a reason to still live there, right? Got that down there. Okay, so let's, oh, now to glue it. That thing twists and it's hard to deal with. Okay. Here we go. We're going to put a little glue on. Oh, that's way more glue than I wanted. I don't know. It looks like a mess, but I kind of like it. Now I'm going to trim those little things off. And it just kind of blends in there because there's so many other little strands and this and that. But I do have to put, I want the other little button in there. Or I could have put like just a little, I don't know. Should I look for a round, a little, okay, I've got the little button. Or what about, oh, wait a second. Ooh. Oh, I'm putting that in there. I got to snip that stuff off. Okay. Ooh. I saw something pretty. Your grandmother had those earrings and wearing her red lipstick. There you go. Yep. That sounds like it would be the look. Or a nice pink one. How about that? Did she ever wear pink? Oh, I don't know about this. Is it going to work? I don't know if I can. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Try. Maybe if I just wiggle it and break it off, it'll be the best. If I can. I keep trying to just snip it, but it won't. Oh, no, maybe I can. Oh, I've just gotten the whole. Oh, you know what? I don't even care. That almost made it easier. Now I just have the little sparkle, and that's fine with me. Just put the little sparkle in. I tell you, once you start these glues, and then you've got the just all of the oozy stuff. Oh, I wish I could have seen which. This thing probably had glue on one side of it already, and I don't know which side. But there we go. So now, okay, that one's done. It's got its little sparkles. Its sparkle spot is done. It is fun pulling things from things you already have, right? I agree. So much fun. And I tell you, it's funny. Now, I remember Kathy saying that a lot of times, you know, she had things that, you know, if you found in there that were perfectly wearable, and, you know, and you might find like a pair of earrings. So there's that pair of earrings. There's, let's see, there were some, I don't remember, there was, I think, a bracelet in here that was perfectly fine. I mean, and just depending on, and some stuff it's like, well, I don't know that I want to take that apart, but, you know, here was this old little pearl looking necklace, you know. I mean, it's not real pearls, but, you know, still, it's like, oh, you hate to like just rip them all apart, but how fun. Just all the little goodies. Oh, here was this tiny little bracelet, you know, it's a little stretchy one. That must be for a child. But so many fun things. We are just making some little cluster embellishments on this little piece of a strip from a vintage thing. Oh, this one got carried away really far down here, didn't it, you guys? But we'll have room to, and then you can even just rip them apart, you know, and then of course once you rip one out, then you've got, you know, segments. But I think that's fine. I can live with that when, you know, when I'm doing that. I'm going to try to keep the jewelry parts in here and leave the button ones out here. Okay, I probably don't want to lay that down. All right. Now that was interesting though. I never could separate that thing. It finally just came completely apart. So, you know, that's something you have to be willing to accept, as if you're working on something and then it just won't come apart the way that you wanted it. So here's what we've got so far. That one, kind of the mess of all mess. And this one, I love that button in the middle now. And then just these with this one is starting to kind of tilt. You'd have to have just the right place to put this, or you could put something under it and kind of give it a little bit more height, so it's not leaning way down. And then our one with the little button with the little angels on it. So yeah, thanks, Heidi. So many fun little things and and that's the thing, there's no right, and I love projects where there's no right or wrong, and I think that's why we like so many of the things that we do. There's not a right way or a wrong way to do it, right? It's just whatever you want to put together. Oh my goodness, I see something I need for a different day. Oh my gosh, Nicole, I am so keeping that out. At some point on one of our pajama parties, we're supposed to use an anchor. I wonder if I'll have to put that somewhere, but I won't remember what I did with it. I better just leave it in there for now, and then when I get ready to dig it out, I don't know. We'll see how that goes, right? So, you just start with something at the bottom and then just keep building. You just do it layer by layer. And you don't even have to have, too many layers. In fact, let's use this big flower here. Let's do one more. We've got time real quick to do one more. Thanks, you guys, for coming. Thank you, Heidi, for having us today. And we're in the Crafty Bunch. We always want to thank Mama P for for having the Crafty Bunch group for all of us to meet up and have these fun events. Let's put that there. Actually, I'm going to let me put something. We've already got that sheer piece there. Let's put another. I'm just going to put a link along here. Look, it's probably a good time for me to be ending. I've been able to go this long without doing a bunch of coughing. Well, that's... How did that not... Did I do that wrong? I don't know. I can't even see that hardly. And it's just like, you don't have to have a lot when you're, it's sheer already. And so you can put some layers of sheer over other things. Oh, you guys. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to talk much more. Now, if we just want to make something simple, what could we slap on here? Oh my gosh, I have to do that. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. You can see what I'm doing. you guys, I'm calling this one done. Look at that. Isn't that fun? So thanks for being with us today, you guys. And it's just going to be a minute, and then you can refresh your screen in the Crafty Bunch group. And I think Heidi's up right after me. And she's always so much fun to watch. Everybody is. Now, we could take this. I could tuck this under here. I'd make this shorter. I'm going to tuck those under here. Like this. I want it a little bit shorter. And just fold it up like that. Just a touch bit shorter. But I think that'll be cute. Thanks so much, Ruth. Thanks, you guys. I hope that you are enjoying the day. We always have so many wonderful projects on these days. And we still have so many more wonderful presenters coming up. And we will see you later, you guys. Take care and try and stay well. Stay away from people. You know, and everybody keeps going, how did you get this? You don't even go anywhere. I said, well, all you guys go places and then come home. But I said, you know, it's not like I don't go anywhere, but yeah, I'm the person that leaves the house the least, and I'm the one that got it. So, who knows, right? But I'm on the mend. Thank you guys for asking. I appreciate it. Love y'all for being here. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.